Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a combination of today's load prompt, which is based on how your personality might or might not have changed. And, one of those introspective prompts that Alice is so good at including. And believe it or not, it was inspired by the movie WALL-E. And I'm also doing Mixed Media Mayhem. And I will show you the original that we're lifting for Mixed Media Mayhem. Let me make sure that's, it's a beautiful one by Missy Whidden. And I guess that's kind of redundant because everything Missy Whidden does is beautiful. Let me bring it up a little bit closer so you can see. What it is, she's taken and I recognize that Pink Fresh collection. There are a series of tickets and strips of paper from a collection that had a lot of sentiments on ticket-shaped sorts of things. And she's got similar colors underneath. Looks like watercolor, and I'm going to do watercolor today. And there's either a pattern paper or she's done some stamping. And she's got a single photo. And I'm working this time. I think I have a part of that Pink Fresh collection, but I was more inclined to go with a combination of Paige Evans collections, the one called Splendid, and I think I have some embellishments from the latest one, which is Garden Shoppe, or the one before the latest one. And I'm using Vicki Boutin's Rainbow Cosmic Watercolors. That's what they look like. They kind of go, the colors kind of go along with the colors of the strips. I've taken a sheet of paper, a single sheet of paper. Here's what it looked like from Splendid, and I cut it in 6-inch strips across, and then I put some of the colors together, and I'm gonna watercolor underneath. So we'll see how that goes. I have last night I did a sweep of gesso across the page. So we're gonna see where that takes us. I'm gonna do, I've got a different paintbrush, which will give a different look, I expect, for each color. So I'm gonna start in the middle with the yellowish color. It looks gold here. These are metallics, and I have not ever used them before. This is a first for me, so I have no idea what to expect. That's kind of a brownish color rather than a yellow. It's more gold than it is yellow, but I'm gonna just kind of go with it. I don't have any yellow strips of paper, but I do have oranges and some greens that blend down into yellow, so I'm okay with that. The next color I'm gonna do is green. And this green looks beautiful. Let me get a little more intensity there. And I'm gonna kind of add some water to get less of a streaky look for this one and more of a kind of blurred edges. And I'm going to leave some white in between. Now I'm going to do some blue. This is drying beautifully. The green, I don't have very many green strips, and there's wider strips of the blue. So I'm going to make the blue paint streak wide. And again, I'm going to add some, oh, you know what I have not done is add sprinkles and spritzes, but I'm going to do that. And I'll go back and do the green and gold. I'll do that. And then now let me get the gold. Okay. And now the green. Okay. And now I'm going to do a pink. There's no orange, so this is going to kind of have to blend into the orange. I may see what I come up with if I do, but I'm going to do pink next, and it'll have to I'll tell you what I can do, and I'm not even afraid to do it. I'm going to take this gold and see what happens if I blend it into the pink. The gold pretty much predominates, but I think I can get back to a more orangey looking color if I kind of blot that up. That was not the right thing to do. So I'm going to go back and do the blending. And now I'm going to do some more pink, but I'm going to kind of keep it away from there until right at the end. And I'm leaving the streaks there. I'm not going to do the blotty stuff on all of them, but I did want to do some maybe down here. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of moving up. I like that. I like that. And it wouldn't move if I hadn't done the gesso underneath. So now, do that. And now I'm going to do the purpley color, which the nice fuchsia color. I'm trying to get this. Let's see if I can do that right. Okay, so now I'm gonna give it a little bit of shape and then go back and kind of blur it so it looks like it achieved that shape on its own. And then I'll do splatters down there. Okay, done with the paintbrush and the paints. So I need to carefully move them to another spot on the table. Done with the water. But now I need the, you know what? I'm just noticing that I didn't get any sprinkles up here, splatters up there. So I'm going to take a similar color, London Blue Shimmer Spray by Diane Reevely, and I'll do those up there. Okay. Now, I'm going to let this dry a bit. I can't really afford to let it dry a bit. So, let's do this. I'm going to roll down from there. It removed maybe a little bit more color than I wanted, but I'm going to be adding color back when I put the strips of paper. But I think it's exactly the background that I wanted for what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start putting the strips kind of willy-nilly here, varying the end points and the kind of the angles of them. I've got foam on the back of some of them, but not all. I probably should have foam on the back of this one, largely because the adhesive just won't stick to the wet paper. And I can't really achieve the look that I'm going for. Okay. Well, the the foam stuck to the other strip rather than to the background. Don't like that. I don't want any white spaces between there. Okay, there. And then I've got this little bit right here that says amazing, and I'm going to kind of place it like so and kind of curl it up. Now, the green, I don't have any foam behind that. I kind of want that to show up above it, so I'm putting that one on relatively straight. let's see if I have, here's a sheet of strips. I'll just put a thin strip behind here. There. And these words, there was a strip of these words that was on that same paper that I cut these strips from. So I'm kind of color matching those. And now I'm gonna go over this brownish gold. I'm glad I have quite a few. Let's see, I distressed one side of this, but not the other. I'm going to put it here so that a little bit of that shows up above it, but not a whole lot, because I'm not a fan of that color in this particular composition. And here I'm going to kind of sway out there. And I'm actually, because the photo's gonna go here, kind of right there, it's okay by me to cover this white part. And I'm okay to cover the I guess I could have that kind of overlapping there and then coming down onto here. That works. And I've got this bit that says wonderful, and I'll have it way over here since the photo's gonna kind of be, I guess I can move the photo down here. Now, I have pink and it blends into purple, so I'm gonna take the pink, purely pink part and kind of start it here, and then I'll do this has both pink and purple. There, and I'm really not paying much attention to how I put these down. I'm not measuring any lengths or anything. I'm just kind of guessing, and to be honest, I'm not sure I'm guessing right in all cases. That is pretty well stuck there. So you see what I mean about not sure I've guessed right. I'm gonna curl these up because I want them to look really old and distressed. And I'm gonna put this down here closer to the bottom of this. Okay, all the strips are on. Now I have this that's that says a little me time, but I think I'm just gonna use, because there's so much red in the photo. One of the prompts, by the way, was to use the colors gray and yellow, because that's the Wally colors. And so I used a filter that made my face and part of the background yellow, and of course my hair is gray, so there's my gray and yellow. So I'm going to put that there, and now I'm going to get this flower and let it overlap like that. And I've got this pink one that I may underlap. Not sure what happened there. I thought I'd do something like that, and then I have this today. I guess I could put that right there. And I'll put the flower and the story part of this is going to be about how I'm pretty sure I was programmed, and for most of my life have been outgoing and sociable and an extrovert. But as life took its toll recently, I've kind of become something of a homebody and definitely more introverted, and I have had some trouble actually leaving the house. So I'm getting better, getting some help and getting better in that regard. And my imaginary friends, all of you out there on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, have been my lifeline for a couple years. And I appreciate you all so much. You'll never know. Let me see what I'm doing here. I'm going to add this heart. The color scheme, the colors kind of go well with what's going on here. Let me do it that way. I want this button to kind of go over the... Okay, that's not sticking to the bottom, but I think it's going to be okay. And the red one, I thought I might put here. I have an alarm to... I'm not liking that either. So I'm going to put some foam on the bottom. You probably can't even see that. I'm sorry. Put some foam on the bottom, and I'll just kind of stick it there. That works for me. And I have a stamp that, to further reinforce the usage of gray, I kind of want to, I'm going to ink it up with this gray ink, which I hope does not really, you know, I hope it doesn't show really a whole lot. So I'm going to do that right there. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Very subtle. And I'm going to do another one kind of down here. I'm going to go ahead and peel that up, and I'll put it back down later. There we go. Just not completely fully stamped, but showing that there's a little something there. And I'm going to do now, just ink up the top part of the flower and get it I'll just do that. And that will show enough. Okay. And I thought maybe a little bit there. Let's see what I can do. Maybe I'll do just the leaves. I should have done a couple smaller stamps, but I'm okay with this because I'm shooting for just very light stamping. Okay, and I've got some butterflies that I will adhere to the color matched areas. I'll do that one right there. And then I've got this pink one. That I'll put right there. And I've got these little red flowers. And I'll add them around the photo. And I will have some journaling that will go on the back, just about how my personality underwent something of a change, made something of an inward movement, and that gradually I'm going out. I go out, I get out of the house for doctor's appointments and my water aerobics class, and lately I have started staying for the little coffee class that they have for the senior exercisers at as part of the seniors program at the gym I go to. And I actually am going to the movies. I'm going to see 80 for Brady next Tuesday with the girls from there. I haven't been to a movie with anybody except John or the family in 50 years. So it's going to be a first time out with girlfriends, because unless you count all the Friday Night Lives with Vicki Boutin and the classes, the video class, if you can consider those movies, or the YouTube videos. So this is it. Let me pull the original up again. And we can see, she's got different, they're the words that are printed on the papers, and then she's added some kind of color themed words and has scattered some flair and some dots, some flowers around. Speaking of that, let me find a flare or two that might work. I'm thinking this blue one with the daisies would be cute. Let's see, green. I have this green that would work. I'm just going to place them there and I'll glue them later. I'll put them right there. And then let's go to this yellow floral right there. And let me pull this is kind of a fuchsia-ish color that can go there. So I have to look in another box to find an orange. Let's see what we have in the orange category. That's a different pattern. How about this orange? Well, do I want, I'll do an orange there, and I'll do a pink right here, just a pure kind of a pink. Maybe that right there. So I'll use a bunch of Flair, and I will add those off camera. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.